Hej, nu ska vi prata om word order, ordföljd. Okay, so word order is very similar in English and Swedish. You have subject, the one who does something, and then the verb, what happens, and then there is an object, to what. So who did something, that's the subject. What happens, that is the verb. And to what, that will be the object. So let's look at these sentences, and they are all subject, verb, object sentences. I play football. I is the subject. Who? I. What happens? Play. And play is the verb. And what? To the football. I play football. Subject, verb, object. You play tennis. Subject, verb, object. What do you play? Tennis. Who is the subject? You. What happens? You play. We listen to music. Who is the subject? We. What happens? We listen to. And what do we listen to? Music. Subject, verb, object. They watch TV. They is the subject. Watch is the verb. And TV is the object. They watch TV. She plays video games. Who? She. What happens? She plays. What does she play? She plays video games. He walks the dog. Subject, verb, object. Så subjekt, verb, objekt är SVO, är den ordföljden som vi har i engelska. Och det är samma ordföljd som i svenska. Så det är subjekt, verb, objekt. Subjekt, vem är det som gör någonting? Verb, vad är det som händer? Och objekt, vad är det som påverkas? Om jag spelar fotboll så blir fotbollen påverkad av att jag spelar den. Subjekt, verb, objekt. Here are some other examples. I cook dinner. Who is the subject here? It is I. I am the subject. And what do I do? What happens? Well, I cook. And what do I cook? Dinner. Dinner is the object. Cook is the verb. And I am the subject. You drink soda. Subject, verb, object. We eat breakfast. What is the object here? Breakfast is the object. We eat, subject, verb, object, breakfast. They read many books. The subject, they, and what do they do? They read, and what do they read? Many books. She goes to a restaurant. She goes to a restaurant. She is a subject, and she goes is a verb, to a restaurant. It's a place, but it's an object as well. He plays basketball. Subject, verb, object. Notice that you add an S to verbs when there is a he, she, or an it doing something. So we eat, she eats, I eat, he eats, you eat, it eats, they eat. I cook, you cook, they cook, we cook. She cooks, he cooks, it cooks. Vi fortsätter med lite fler exempel. I cook dinner. Jag lagar middag. Subjekt, verb, objekt. You drink soda. Du dricker läsk. Subjekt, verb, objekt. Vi äter frukost. Vad är det som är objektet här? Frukosten. They read many books. De läser många böcker. She goes to a restaurant. Hon går till en restaurang. Restaurang är egentligen en plats, men det kan vara ett objekt också. He plays basketball. Han spelar basket. Subjekt, verb, objekt. Lägg märke till att när det är she, he eller it så lägger man till ett s till verbet. I go, she goes. We eat, she eats. You drink, he drinks. Ibland finns det adverb mer, sorry, let's do this in English and then Swedish, right? Sometimes you have adverbs and they come before the verb. This is different from Swedish, but let's just look at them. I often cook dinner. I cook dinner. Subject, verb, object. But often, ofta. I often cook dinner. Yep. The adverb comes before the verb in English. I cook dinner. I often cook dinner. You drink soda. Subject, verb, object. You never drink soda. Never is an adverb and it comes before the verb. We sometimes eat breakfast. We eat breakfast. Subject, verb, object. Sometimes, ibland, sometimes comes before the verb eat. They always read many books. They, subject, read, verb, many books, object. And the always comes before the verb read, always, alltid. She goes to a restaurant, subject, verb, object. She always goes to a restaurant. He plays basketball, subject, verb, object. He often plays basketball, subject, adverb, verb, object. The adverb should come before the verb. På svenska så använder man adverb precis som i svenska. Always, alltid, never, aldrig, sometimes, ibland, often, ofta. I svenska hamnar det här efter verbet. Jag dricker alltid vatten. Jag spelar aldrig fotboll. Men på engelska så hamnar de före verbet. I often cook dinner. Jag äter ofta middag. You never drink soda. Du dricker aldrig läsk. We sometimes eat breakfast. Vi äter frukost ibland. Eller ibland äter vi frukost. They always read many books. De läser alltid många böcker. She always goes to a restaurant. Hon går alltid till en restaurang. He often plays basketball. Han spelar ofta basket. Så här är ordföljden lite annorlunda än i svenskan i och med att adverbet kommer före verbet. Let's add something more. Okay, so we talked about subject, okay, who does something, and then there is the verb, what happens. What does the subject do? And then there is an object, to what. So I drink tea. I am the subject. Who am I? I am a subject. What do I do or what happens? Drink. I drink the tea. And what do I drink? The tea. Object. Subject, verb, object. I drink tea. But then you can add place and time as well. Just like in Swedish. I drink tea in my room at night. Jag dricker te i mitt rum på kvällen. Eller på natten. Night in English can be both evening and night. Kan både vara kväll och natt. Men... Let's look at these sentences. I play football on the football field. Okay, I am the subject. I plays the verb. Football is the object. On the football field, is that time or place? Is it a time or a place? It is a place på fotbollsfältet. Fotbollsplanen, sorry. Jag spelar fotboll på fotbollsplanen. I play football on the football field. Yep. Subject, verb, object, place. You go for a walk on Sundays. You, who, subject, go, what happens? You go. And what do you go? I go for a walk. So you, subject, go, verb, for a walk. Jag går på en promenad. For a walk is an object. And on Sundays, is that time or place? On Sundays, that is time. You go for a walk on Sundays. Du går på en promenad på söndagar. Subject, verb, object, time. I go to the city center on weekends. I, that's the subject. What happens? Go, I go. Is there an object here? What happens to what? No, there is no object, but instead there is place and time. I go to the city center on weekends. Jag går till centrum på helgerna, eller på helger. So there is no object, but there is place and time. Subject, I, verb, place, time. He listens to the radio at home. Subject, he. What does he do? He listens, verb. What does he listen to? To the radio. To radio. So that would be object. And where? At home. At home is the place. Han lyssnar på radio hemma. She takes the bus to school on weekdays. She, subject, tar the bus, bussen, to school, skolan, on weekdays. På veckodagar. She, subject, takes verb, bus, object, to school, place, on weekdays, time. She takes the bus to school on weekdays. Så i svenska så har du SVO, subjekt, verb, objekt, men du har också plats och tid som du kan lägga efteråt. Och så är det på engelska också. I play football on the football field. Jag spelar fotboll på fotbollsplanen. Jag, subjekt, play, spelar, football, objekt. On the football field är plats. Men i nästa mening, you go for a walk on Sundays. Du går på promenad på söndagar. Söndagar är tid. I tredje meningen, I go to the city center on weekends. Jag går till centrum på helgerna. Här finns inget objekt. Jag går, subjekt, verb. Var går jag till? Var? Går till centrum, city center. Och det är plats och weekends är tid. Och i sista meningen så finns det både S, V, O, P, T. Subjekt, verb, objekt, plats och tid. She takes the bus to school on weekdays. Some extra articles might be a good thing to learn as well. A, an, and the. 3 different articles. A potato, a lemon, a tomato, okay? An apple, an orange, an avocado. Why do you say a here for these, and why do you say an for these? It is because if the noun, substantivet, if the noun starts with a consonant, p, l, t, v, k, m, s, the article is always a. But if the noun starts with a vowel, a, u, a, I, u, e, then the article is always an apple. And it is because it's difficult to say a apple, a orange, a avocado. An avocado is easier to say. The is the definitive form, bestämd form. So use the like you would use like Kopp, a cup. Koppen, the cup. En telefon, a phone. Telefonen, the phone. Much easier than Swedish, I think. I see an apple. Okay. I see an apple. Jag ser ett äpple. The apple is green. Äpplet är grönt. I have a car. Jag har en bil. The car is modern. Bilen är modern. He has a cat. The cat is black. Han har en katt. Katten är svart. Så artiklar på engelska är lätta. Lättare än svenskans artiklar. Du använder a när substantivet börjar på en konsonant, vilket de allra flesta gör. Strawberry, a strawberry. Grapefruit, a grapefruit. Men du använder an när substantivet börjar på en vokal, som an orange, an apple. The är bestämd form. Så istället för att säga päronet så säger man the pear. Och reglerna är samma på engelska och svenska här. När du först nämner någonting som den andra personen kanske inte känner till, så använder du en vanlig artikel obestämd. I have a dragon fruit. I have a mulberry. I have a goji berry. Men sen när båda vet vad vi pratar om, så kan du använda bestämd form. Så okay, I've got a dragon fruit. The dragon fruit is pink. I have an orange. The orange is orange. I have a grapefruit. The grapefruit is red. Some repetition. Subject, verb, object, place, and time. That is the basic word order of English. It's very simple. You eat a chocolate cake. Du äter chokladkaka, eller en chokladkaka. You eat a chocolate cake in the kitchen. Du äter en chokladkaka i köket. So you add place, the kitchen, that's a place. You, subject, eat, verb, a chocolate cake, object, in the kitchen, place. And in the last sentence, you add something else. You eat a chocolate cake in the kitchen in the evening. In the evening is what? It is place. You, subject, eat, verb, a chocolate cake, object, in the kitchen, place, in the evening, time. Adverbs should come before the verb. You never eat a chocolate cake, or you always eat a chocolate cake, or you sometimes eat a chocolate cake. Articles. You use a when the noun starts with a consonant. Cup, a cup. And you use an when the noun starts with a vowel, an elephant. You always start with using a. First time that you mention something, that you say something, is a. And then when both know what you're talking about, you can say the. She bakes a chocolate cake. She bakes a chocolate cake, but the cake is tasty. First, you mention it, du nämner det, and then you can use the definitive form, bestämd form. First, non-definitive, then definitive. Först obestämd, sen bestämd. Exercises. So what I want you to do, I will give you some seconds to think about the answer. Okay, every coffee drinks morning she. What is the correct word order here? Start with the subject. Subject, who? She. Verb, what does she do? She drinks. What does she drink? She drinks coffee. What's left? Maybe place. Every morning. No, every morning is a time. Varje morgon. Time. She drinks coffee every morning. Hon dricker kaffe varje morgon. Subjekt, verb, objekt, tid. School go they to by bus. Who? Who is a subject? They. What do they do? What's the verb? They go. Where do they go? They go to They go to school. De går till skolan, de åker till skolan. They go to school by bus. De åker till skolan med buss. Plays video games he in the morning. Who is the subject? He. And what does he do? What's the verb? He plays. What does he play? He plays video games. In the morning, time. He plays video games in the morning. Dinner cook we the evening in. Who is the subject? Who is doing something? We. What do we do? We cook. What do we cook? We cook dinner. And the evening in the evening. We cook dinner in the evening. Subject, verb, object, time. In the evening is time, på kvällen. A movie watches my dad after work. What's the subject? Who is the subject? My dad. And what does my dad do? He watches. Han tittar på. He watches a movie. Movie is an object. When? When does dad watch a movie? Dad watches a movie after work. After work, efter jobbet. That is time. English study I at home. Who is the subject? I. What do I do? Vad gör jag? I study. What do I study? I study English. And at home. Hemma. So that is place. I study English at home. Works the hospital in she. Okay, so what is the subject here? Do we think it's she, right? She works. Hon jobbar. She works the hospital. She works in the hospital. Hon jobbar på sjukhuset. In the hospital, på sjukhuset. She works in the hospital. Hospital is place. It's a place. Breakfast eats he at 7 o'clock. Okay. He eats breakfast at 7 o'clock. He, subject, eats, verb. He eats, she, it, always has an S to the verb. He eats breakfast at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock time. Bake, you, a cake on weekends. You bake a cake on weekends. Baka en kaka på helgen. Great.